Hey everyone, I am back home in Atlanta. I had a really great time. 5 weeks in Europe is just what I needed. It's just what the doctor ordered. And I am happy to report that I came back really chill. My art residency, unfortunately, was not all that I hoped it would be. I kind of suspected that. I kind of alluded to that in last month's newsletter, but I was really hoping for the best. So I was reserving my judgment until it finished. But unfortunately, I was kind of right. But that's okay because I met some really great people. One of the artists that was at the residency, she actually did a little complimentary commission for me, and she made the artwork that I need to add for my new podcast that I also announced last time. And I met someone from Australia, which is a country that really excites me and that I've always kind of wanted to do something with. So that's cool. I met so many people from Mexico, spoke so much Spanish, and I really got to know the surrounding areas of Naples, Italy. So I loved it. No regrets. Glad I went. Didn't really get my money's worth, so I wouldn't do it again. And I don't know that I would recommend it, but maybe with a grain of salt. But more on that in another time, another post. Now that I'm back, I have started back up again with ADAMA. So new contract, moving forward with them. And I'm just being more conscientious of my time and my workload. I think since coming back, I've tried to have slower mornings. I'm trying to stretch more. I'm just trying to be really aware of my workload to make my body better and just help in this general journey I've kind of been on of trying to just do better with my body and really try and lower my stress load. Long story short, my baseline for stress is already really, really high. So I'm really trying to emphasize doing less and a lot of doing nothing. So I'm working on it. What else? Updates for you. So art-wise, we've got some really cool art things in the mix. There is a woman by the name of Jewell Sparks, who's the executive director of BAAR Art Residency. It's a new residency based in Berlin, Germany. I actually applied and I didn't get in, but since being in Europe and being on the same time zone, I did reach out to her and we got to have some really great dialogue. And I will be featuring a couple pieces and an upcoming exhibition that she's having in Kansas City. So artists from the residency that already passed, and then it sounds like she's kind of gotten a few more artists, including myself, are kind of been added to this tour of artwork that's hopping through several cities. So I'm kind of meeting them partway into the tour already, but I'm really excited about that because your girl needs more exhibition opportunities that I don't need to be involved in. So my work just gets to go solo tour and have a good old time, and hopefully it'll sell. And even if it doesn't sell, more people will just see my work, see my name, maybe find their way to my website. So I'm really excited and grateful for that opportunity. The other thing is a part of the agreement is one of my works of art is actually going into their collection and that part of their business is based in New York. So we'll see what happens there, but that's another really cool thing. They only wanted one of one, so they're actually getting a variation of another piece that I've shown before that's been a favorite. Okay. So looking at my notes that I don't forget, what else am I doing? Okay, LA, solo show. That's been a dream of mine. So solo show in general, my hometown of Delray Beach promised me a solo show when I graduated from SCAD, and I had that show. It was lovely. And since then, I had another solo show at the Appleton Museum of Art in 2019. That was my first show post-graduate school. And I haven't had a solo show since, but I've really been looking forward to an opportunity to. I have pitched myself in different projects. I'm sitting on a lot of really cool projects right now, a couple on Jamaica, one relating to my dad, one relating to my nude body of work and some new works that I've done surrounding that. So that body is tentatively accepted for a solo show in LA. And I intentionally am pushing the show out. So I really want to plan for it. I really want to be able to fund it myself if I don't get grants and sponsorships for it. Either way, I want to make sure that the show happens. So I'm hoping to get a 2025 date so that I can have my first solo show in LA. And I think that my work and the style of my work will do really well in the LA art market, and just California vibes in general. For those who know me, I'm a huge fan of California. I love being in California. Once upon a time, I tried finding work there and moving there, but it wasn't in the stars. And I'm very happy with where I ended up in Atlanta, or where we ended up in Atlanta. So it's all good. But I definitely see my art career having a relationship with LA. So if you know of any exhibition grants or sponsors, or if you yourself personally want to also help see this exhibit come to life, please let me know, because I'm accepting all the dollars and happy to submit all the applications needed. The gallery in question actually is willing to co-sign on any grants that I find that I want to apply for, which is really great. So they're really supportive. They'll be doing some funding work on their own to try and support the show. And then they also offer to co-sign on any grants that I apply to on my own for the show. So I'm really pumped about that. I'm also going to leverage this opportunity because 5 is my number. So it's a really big deal to have this show in 2025. And I thought, you know what, let's just keep doing some more first. So I also intend on self-publishing my first photo book, my first artist monograph. And I have a couple people in mind that I always said to myself, if I get the opportunity or when I'm ready to publish my first book, I'm going to tap into these people. Most of them are at the University of Michigan or in that area. So I'm really excited to tap on them. And if you're watching this, just know that I'm thinking of you, and I'm probably going to be sending you an email when it's time for me to think a little bit more about that, just so I can get on your radar. So the idea is that the book would release and go public at the same time of the show opening in 2025. So that gives me time to make new work, design the book, write for it, and get plenty of feedback from my mentors and things of that nature to make it come to life. Again, if you have any tips or people or suggestions or anything that you want to share with me, I am always happy to receive. And then the last thing is, I can't believe this summer is flying by. Those were all my updates that I have for right now. June is flying by. I came back in the middle of June, and it's just, it'll be July like tomorrow. So I really needed to get this update out to you all. Consistency is key. I'm trying to fight the perfectionism in me, or the perfectionist in me, and just be consistent with getting it done and keeping you all updated. I should note that I'm on a social media break. So I've been on a social media break since Mother's Day. That was kind of hard for me. So I just decided to get off, and I've continued to stay off because I'm really enjoying what I'm doing with my time instead. And I'm just not ready to bring that distraction, if you will, back into my life. So if you need me, Instagram is not the way to find me. You have my number, you have my email address, you have my blog, you have my YouTube, all these options to get in contact with me. So utilize those. Thank you so much. See you next month.